Good morning students, welcome back to linear control system subjects. In previous class we studied what is open loop control system, what is closed loop control system, what are the difference between open loop and closed loop, what are the properties of open loop and closed loop, what is the advantage, what are the disadvantage, what is the advantage of closed loop over open loop control systems. So these are all things we covered in previous class. In today's class we'll start what is two important terms we will study here. What is transfer function and what is Laplace transformation, and then what are the feedback types are there, what is positive feedback, what is negative feedback. These are all things we are going to cover in today's class. Okay. So what is Laplace transformation? In the introduction class I already given you some basic idea about this Laplace transformation. So here we will study in detail. So I already told you Laplace transformation is a tool. It's a mathematical tool which is used to convert parameters of one domain into another domain. So if we want to convert the time domain parameters into frequency domain parameters, we use Laplace transformation technique. So Laplace transformation is a tool which is used to convert time domain functions into frequency domain functions. Let us see how to represent the Laplace transformation. So Laplace transformation is represented with f of t. Let f of t be the function of t. Then how to write Laplace transform of f of t? So Laplace transformation is denoted with the symbol L. So we need to find the Laplace transformation of f of t, means L of f of t we have to find out. So Laplace transformation of f of t can be written like this. This is further can be written as integration of minus infinity to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t into dt. Okay, this is how we write the Laplace transformation equation. First we have to, given function we have to write in the Laplace form. So Laplace of this can be written like this integration. These are the limits minus infinity to infinity. Here s is represented as complex variable. So s is complex variable here and its value will be sigma plus j omega. Okay, s is given by sigma plus j omega, where sigma represents real values of the complex numbers and omega represents imaginary values, right? Omega represents the imaginary values, sigma represents the real values of the transfer function, of the Laplace transformation, sorry. Okay, so finally we came to know that Laplace transformation of f of t is nothing but f of s, right? So this complete term can be written as f of s. This complete, after substitution we will be getting f of s. After simplification we will get f of s. So we came to know that Laplace transform of f of t will be equal to f of s. This is how we have to write the Laplace equation. This is how we have to convert the time domain functions into frequency domain. In time domain it is f of t, in frequency domain it will be f of s. Let us see one example. Okay, let us see one example so that you will understand better. Find the Laplace transformation of I am writing shortcut here, u of t. So as given one function u of t in time domain. T stands for it is in time domain. Okay, so we have to find the Laplace transform of u of t. So what is the procedure to write the function in Laplace? It means given signal is nothing but f of t. So here f of t is equal to u of t. So we have to write the Laplace transform of this. We have to find out. How we will be finding out? Laplace transformation of f of t is equal to what? F of t is equal to integration of minus infinity to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t into dt. So this is Laplace transform of f of t. What is the value of f of t has given? F of t value has given u of t. But in that introduction class I told you what is u of t? U of t is nothing but ramp signal. Step signal. U of t is nothing but step signal. What is the definition of step signal? Step signal is represented like this. This is the representation of step signal. So this is u of t. This is t. Step signal exists only at 0 or greater than 0. At less than 0 its value will be 0. So it is defined as, step signal is defined as, it is equal to, u of t is equal to 1 when t is greater than or equal to 0. If t is equal to 0 or greater than 0, then only u of t exists and its value is 1, and if it is equal to 0, if its value is less than 0. This is the definition of u of step signal. It means what? If t is greater than 0 or equal to 0, u of t value is equal to 1. Substitute this definition here. What is this? So now here e raised to minus st, f of t is what? U of t. Okay, minus infinity to, this into infinity changes because here its limits are, if it is less than 0 it is having negative value, if it is greater than 0 it is having positive value. Okay, then it will be 0 to infinity, limits gets changed. Okay, 0 to infinity, right? From 0 only it is having positive values into dt. This is further can be written as, further simplification you can see here, f, Laplace of f of s is nothing but, this is f of s, this is equal to, it is equal to how much? Integration of 0 to infinity e raised to minus st. What is the value of u of t under these conditions? If it is greater than 0 or equal to 0, its value is 1. So this is 1 and into dt. Now what is the integration of e raised to minus st? E raised to minus st is nothing but e raised to minus st divided by minus s. This is the integration of e raised to minus at, exponential function. In place of a, s is there and minus symbol is there. So this minus as it is, it will come here. And apply the limits 0 to infinity. If you apply the limits, you will get the value as 1 by s. So it means Laplace transformation of u of t will be 1 by s. Okay. In the problems, wherever you come across u of t, its Laplace transformation will be 1 by s, or its value will be 1 by s. This is how we have to find the Laplace transformations for different functions. So this is one example I have given you, such that so many signals are there. Those signals, formulas or transformation in frequency domain we have to remember. So there is a small standard table is there, standard equations are there that you have to remember for your throughout syllabus that I am writing here. This is one I have shown you as for example. Remaining everything will be like this. So here this will be signal and it is, this will be signal and it will be frequency domain. So it is signal and it is its Laplace transformation. If the signal is if the signal is u of t, its Laplace transformation will be 1 by s. Okay. If the signal is some constant into u of t means it will be, if here 1 is there, that's why it is 1 by s. If it is a into u of t, it will be a by s. This is called unit step signal. This is step signal. Next, one more signal is there, that is ramp signal, r of t. Sometimes it is denoted as t. Both are same only. So Laplace transformation of r of t will be 1 by s square. So these formulas you have to remember. Similarly, if it is a into r of t, its value will be a divided by s square. So these are the standard formulas which you need to remember throughout the syllabus. Then impulse signal is represented with del of t. So its Laplace transformation will be 1. If it is a into del of t, its transformation will be a only, right? Then we have e raised to minus at, exponential function. What is the Laplace transformation of exponential function? It will be 1 divided by s plus a. Here minus is there means you have to write plus. And similarly, Laplace transformation of e raised to at will be 1 divided by s minus a. So these are the Laplace transformations, conversions, direct substitutions, right? So many problems will be doing in the control systems. For that, all these notations, all these formula you should remember. Standard formulas these are. Similarly, sine function, sine omega t. See here, all are in time domain. Its Laplace transformation all are in S domain. Okay. So using Laplace transformation we are converting. From here onwards you have to read this as Laplace transformation of e raised to minus at is 1 divided by s plus a. Laplace transformation of r of t is 1 divided by s square. Okay, like how we remember trigonometric formulas, calculus formulas, sin 90 is equal to 1, cos 0 is equal to 1, cos 90 is equal to 0. How we remember sin square plus cos square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sin square theta. Like this, we have to remember these formulas also for control system subjects. Sin omega t is nothing but s divided by s square plus omega square, and similarly cos omega t's Laplace function will be, Laplace transformation will be omega divided by s square plus omega square. So these are the standard formulas you need to remember. Understood? Followed? Then next, this is about the Laplace transformation, where we represent the time domain functions into frequency domain. So finally we came to know that Laplace transformation is a tool where time domain functions or time domain parameters can be converted into frequency domain. Understood? Then we'll move to further topic, that is transfer function. Next we'll study what is transfer function. Right? Transfer function is a representation. Depending upon the transfer function only we'll came to know that what exactly the system is, what is its output and what is its input, how the system is behaving. Okay, so transfer function generally is a parameter with which we analyze or we study the system properties, control system properties or properties of any given system. So it is defined as, it is the Laplace transformation of, I already told you everything we use here or we denote here or we represent here in Laplace transformation only. That is why transfer function is defined as the Laplace transformation of output to the ratio of Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. That is called as transfer function. See here, there is a system. If it is a system, you represent it with T of S. You can write T. Then its output is C of T, and its input is R of T. So this is the control system, simple control system. What is the definition of transfer function? Laplace transformation of output to the input. So first we have to write this time domain system into frequency domain. To write that into frequency domain, wherever T is there we have to replace that with S. So this becomes your C of S and this input becomes R of S, right? So this is the frequency domain or this is the Laplace transformation of time domain. Now come to the definition. What is transfer function? Transfer function is defined as the ratio of Laplace LT. Here onwards I will write LT. LT stands for Laplace transformation. Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. So this is the definition of the transfer function, the ratio of Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. So here output is what? C of S. I already written, this is in Laplace transformations only. What is the input? R of S. So C of S by R of S is nothing but transfer function. You can say that T of S also. Okay. So this is the transfer function of any given system. So transfer function is a ratio of Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. Understood? Now here output will be equal to what? Cs into R of S into T. Sorry, here I have written T of S, no, T. Okay. Or R of S into, you can write transfer function. It means output is multiplied by input and its transfer function. Sometimes it is also called as gain. Both are same. Okay. Output is equal to input into its gain or its transfer function. In this way also, this one more relation also we have generated here. So this we need to remember. Transfer function is always the ratio of output by input. One more important condition here in transfer function is, here initial conditions are always 0. Initial conditions are always 0. This is the main condition of transfer function. If the initial conditions are not 0, you cannot apply the transfer function. So to apply the transfer function, condition is, initial conditions must be 0. Okay. So this is the transfer function. Right. Then now come to, again here some notations are there. How to write the differential equation in terms of Laplace transformation. If d square by dt square f of t, if the given function is in this form, right? If it is double order, if differential equation, d square f of t by dt square means what we have to write? S square into f of s. F of t's Laplace transformation is f of s. D square by dt square means s square, because d by dt means s in terms of Laplace transformation. This is in terms of time domain, d by dt. In terms of Laplace transformation, it is in terms of frequency, it will be s. So we have to consider that d by dt is equal to s, right? So here d square is there, that is why we will write s square. Similarly, d by dt of f of t will be equal to s into f of s. F of t's Laplace transformation will be f of s, and here only single differentiation is there, d by dt is nothing but s. Okay, this is the Laplace transformation of differential equations. What is the Laplace transformation of integrations? If the given equation is in this form, e raised to minus st into integration of e raised to minus st into f of t, then if integration is there, we have to write f of s divided by s. Here s will be multiplied in case of differentiation. In case of integration, s will be divided, right? So this is how we have to write the integrations functions into the integrations functions into Laplace transformation. These three also we have to remember. These three are very, very useful. Everywhere the first step of the problem starts with these steps only. D square, the equations will be given in this format, and this will be also there in that. Okay, their conversion will be like this. So d square is nothing but s square, double differentiation will be s square, single differentiation is nothing but s, differentiation is nothing but s, integration means 1 by s, differentiation means s, integration means 1 by s. Understood? Okay, then we'll see one simple problem so that you will understand how we represent the differential equations and integrations into Laplace transformation, right? Let us consider one circuit. R, L and capacitor will be there. Okay. So here Vi is the input, and across this V0 will be the output. R, L and C. Simple electrical circuit I have considered here, and in the exam they will ask you that find the transfer function of the given circuit. Find transfer function of given circuit, they will give you, right? This simple problem they will give you. Find the transfer function of given circuit. In that case, what we have to do? They ask you to find the transfer function, and we already know that what is transfer function? The ratio of output to the input. Here output is V0, input is Vi. Okay, if we take the ratio of these two, if we write the equations in terms of V0 by Vi, then we'll get the transfer function easily. So for that, what we have to do? We have to apply KVL here. Apply the KVL to this circuit, then write down the equations. After that, after the equations you will get, write those equations in terms of V0 by Vi. Okay, so this is in time domain. We have to write the equations in frequency domain, because transfer function can be defined in or represented in frequency domain only. First write the equations in time domain. Later on, using Laplace transformation, convert them into frequency domain, then find out the transfer function finally. Okay, these are the steps we have to remember very carefully. Whenever they ask you to find out the transfer function, we have to remember that it is always in frequency domain. Always we have to write the Laplace transformations. See here. So Vi is equal to, if we pass the current, if you apply KVL across here, what it is? I into R. If current flows across the L, what is the equation of voltage? Plus L into di by dt. Okay, L into di by dt plus what is the voltage equations across the capacitor? Integration of 1 by C, integration of 1 by C into I dt. Okay, integration of 1 by C into I dt. That's it. Vi. So here V0 is equal to what generally? Okay. Then next, this is in time domain. We have to convert the equation into frequency domain. Frequency domain means Laplace transformation. This is V of S, Vi of t it is in time domain. Therefore, it is Vi of S. I into R means I of S into R, I of S into R, then plus L into di by dt. What is the Laplace transformation of I of t? First you write like this, d by dt of I. D by dt, what is the Laplace transform of d by dt? S. I of t is S into I of S. Okay. Then again integration 1 by C you take outside. Integration of I of t, integration of I dt, integration of Laplace transformation of integration is 1 by S. Then I of t is I of S. Okay, this is how we write the Laplace transformation of this given equation. Then okay, next take I of S common. Take I of S common. R plus L into S plus 1 by CS. Vi of S. Okay, Vi of S, understood? So here we got I of S is equal to R plus L into S into I of S plus 1 by SC into I of S. This is how we write the Laplace functions. Then take this I of S on left hand side, write the equation in terms of I of S divided by V into I of S, because it is in Laplace transformation it becomes V into I of S. Okay, then this equation becomes 1 divided by R plus Ls into I of S we have taken common, no? Okay, so plus Ls plus 1 divided by SC, 1 divided by SC. This is the equation we get for the, this you call it as equation number 1. Then we have to write the equation for V0. So what is the equation for V0? So V0 is equal to, what is the current across capacitor? 1 by C into integration of I dt. And 1 by C integration of I dt is Laplace transformation is what? We already written here. 1 by SC into I of S. 1 by C you write as it is. Integration of Laplace transformation of integration is S. In Laplace transformation of I is I of S. You call it as, then write this equation in terms of I of S. Therefore I of S is equal to SC, this goes to left hand side, SC into V0 of S. This is its Laplace transformation. Name it as equation number 2. Now compare equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 and 2 you compare I of S. What is the I of S value? SC into V0 of S. So substitute I of S value in equation 1. Substitute 2 in 1. So what we get? V0 of S into S into C divided by V I of S is equal to 1 divided by R plus LC plus 1 divided by SC. Now we have to write the equation in terms of V naught and Vi. Send this SC to the right hand side. So this is what transfer function is equal to 1 divided by SC into R plus LC plus 1 divided by SC. Further you can simplify it like 1 divided by SCR plus SLC plus 1. SC get cancels, remains 1. So this is the transfer function of the given electrical network. This is the transfer function of the given electrical network. This is how we have to apply the Laplace transformation techniques to find out the transfer functions. To find the transfer functions, we need Laplace transformation technique. We have to apply Laplace transformation, then only we'll get the transfer functions. Right? This is the relation between transfer function and Laplace transformation. This whole control system is finding the transfer functions only. So to find the transfer functions, we need Laplace transformations. So in this class, we have studied what is Laplace transformation, what is transfer function, how to represent the Laplace transformations of standard functions. We have seen one table. There we written standard functions Laplace transformations, u of t, r of t, del of t, sine, cos, exponential functions. All those standard formulas we need to remember. Then we saw one simple problem, it's transfer function. Okay, with this we conclude today's session. In the next section we'll see what is actually feedback, what are the types of the feedbacks are there. We have two types of feedbacks, what is positive feedback, what is negative feedback, what is the transfer function of positive feedback, what is the transfer function of negative feedback, then what is the transfer function of closed loop and open loop control systems. Those all we'll see in the next class. I hope everybody understood. If you have any doubts, write in the comment sections so that I can come back to you. So meet you in the next class. Bye.